Hey lovelies, back in the kitchen doing what I do best, cooking. Today I'm going to be doing my yellow herb rice. So if you just want to twist some rice, tired of having just plain old white rice, here you go. So I've got in the pot 950 ml of water, and I've measured out 630 grams of white rice. I use the Basmati rice, feel free to use whatever one you use. Or if you don't want to do it by scales, you can follow the simple rule. So whatever amount of rice you use, just 2 parts of water to go with that, yeah? So that's how you measure it. You could do it by cups or whatever, totally up to you. So I've got the water in there. I've got it on a high heat at the moment. So I'm just going to add some salt to this. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. Just normal table salt will do. I'm going to add a ½ teaspoon of black pepper. If you don't want to use black pepper, you don't have to. You can use a different brand, or you can use ground white pepper, or you can add in a few pieces of Scotch bonnet pepper or whatever, totally up to you. That's fine. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs. And then I'm going to add 1½ tablespoons of curry powder. You guys, you don't have to use the curry powder that I use, but if you want to, that's the one that I use. They've got smaller packs as well, so if you're not using a lot of curry, then you can get a smaller pack. So that's 1½ teaspoons there. Tablespoon, sorry. And then I'm just going to add in some oil to that. You could do 2 tablespoons of oil. And again, use whatever oil you want to use. That's totally up to you. So I'm just going to leave this to come to a boil, and then just let it marinate in with the water, all of the seasonings and everything like that. And then once that's ready, I'm going to come back, wash my rice, and show you guys what to do next. So you just want to leave this to just boil for a bit with the lid on and let it just infuse all the flavours together, okay? See you guys in a bit. Alright love, so I've had that boiling for about 3 minutes now. So I've got my rice that I've washed and I've just had it drain in. So I'm just going to put my rice in now. Right guys, so I just want to give it a little mix. Put the lid back on, let it start bubbling with the rice in there. Then you're going to give it a mix again, and then you're going to move it to your smallest burner on your stove and just turn it all the way down, and you just want to leave it to just steam and do its own thing. You might notice that some of the parsley or mixed herb or whatever might be settled on top with the rice. That's fine. Once you mix and then fluff your rice, that will all get incorporated together before you serve it, okay guys? So just let it come to a boil, and then once it does that, you give it a mix, put it on the smallest flame possible, and then turn it right down and just let it steam. Okay, so the rice has been on a low flame for about 15 minutes now, so I'm just going to show you exactly what it looks like. So that's basically what it looks like at the moment. So as you can see, the spices have settled on the top and it's not quite ready yet, so I'm just going to put a tiny bit of water over it from the kettle. It's hot, by the way. So that's about 150 ml that I've just added to it. And I'm just going to put the pot cover back on and leave it for a further 15 minutes. And then once that's done, I'll show you guys the end result. Okay, so it's been another 15 minutes. So I'm just going to give it a check. And that is perfectly cooked, guys. So I'm just going to move it over to this one actually, so you guys can see it a bit better. The lighting is absolutely terrible, but yeah. So I'll just turn off the burner, but as you can see, all you have to do is just fluff your rice a bit, and that also helps it not to be flat and stodgy. So when you're serving up and you're trying to take out the spoons of rice, it's just still nice and fluffy and it comes out easily. You don't have to be digging into the pot to try and get the rice out. So there you go. Right guys, so there you have it. That's how it is. It's all done. If you don't want to mix it, I know people have had problem with me mixing my rice before. That's down to you. You don't have to. That's how I do my thing. When you're serving up, you can just serve it as is. That's up to you. But that's how I do my thing, guys. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, as always, love you guys and thank you for coming back. And if you haven't already, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications, so whenever I do a new video, you are updated. Okay guys, so that's it. That's how I make my yellow herb wipes. Feel free to add different herbs to it if you want. Like I said, you don't have to do it exactly how I do it. It's totally up to you guys, okay? So see you in the next one.